Hello and welcome to part 0, the setup of the entire project, where we're also going to make the project. So first we're going to select the long-term support, as I think most people would get the most out of that. In the graph view, it doesn't matter if you pick a universal rate pipeline, 3D, so I'm just going to pick 3D, simply because in the end it does not matter. And we are going to type in the dialog editor. So I have some problems with typing. So I'm just gonna make sure that I'm typing it correct. I think that should be correct. Alright, so with that is making that thing, we can go into Miximo. Again, there will be a link in the description below. Alright, so let's see if it actually wants to change the characters now. And it seems to be bugging up, so we're just gonna reload the page. Oh, you browse characters. And we are going to go for the X. So we want the female and the male version. Oh, we don't. We actually want it with a T-pose, but the animation itself is with it. So after you have selected the T-pose animation as well, just set it to 60 frames per second so it is always the right one. Up here, I normally just select the top one, and with skin, you definitely want it with skin. This one, don't, just leave it. And we are gonna download this one. There we go. Save. And then we also want the male version. Here he is. Gonna go in. Oh no. And we're going to press the T again, and we will get him in a fine T pose. And we are going to download him as well. Now, for this tutorial, we are going just to need idle animation as well. Let's see which one of those here would work. I think this one, just stand completely still. Yep, that would work fine. Gonna press download again, make sure it's 60. It again, it depends. It just 60. It means it's a much nicer animation and there's less choppiness. So I prefer personally 60. And we're gonna save this animation. And we need a walk animation. Let's see where's there. That is an interesting walk. Don't they just have a normal walk? Oh, let's walk in a circle. You know what? Let's just take that one. It is beautiful. That is how our character is going to walk. And we simply save that. And then we go to the run. So we just run a run animation. Jerking. Looks a little stupid. That's a little too fast. That should be alright, I think. In the end, it doesn't matter for this tutorial. So again, when we download this one, we're just going to set save. And then we can open up our Unity project. Oh, it's on the screen. So here we are. We are going to make a folder. Simply call it models. I'm actually going to put it into a folder called data. And why I'm doing this is because all the things I am adding from outside the game into my Unity will be inside the data folder. So it makes it a little easier for me to find around. And I'll find everything. Going to make another folder we're going to call animations. And then we're going to find the download. And here we can see we have the different ones. It seems I have downloaded a couple of them already. So just gonna drag them all in the beginning into models. And running, idle, and walk should definitely go into animations. And let's see. We have some of the same. Let's just delete that one because for some reason I had two of them. And we're just going to call this. Oh, this is female. Female model. And the other one we're going to call male model. After that, we are going to get all of them and go to rig and make them humanoid. Click apply. Hello. Yeah, apply. After that, yeah, those one here don't need animation, to just remove it and apply. The reason why we're removing it is because we don't want a T-pose animation. Well, let's just see. Yeah, the T-pose fine there. All right. So as you can see here, it's still calling it Mixamo, so we need to personally go in and call it run. Run animation. And we also want it to be in the center. And you just want to click the bake all the way around. And it couldn't be more beautiful than that, but my headset just decided to shut down for a second there. Sorry about that. Alright, so it's an animation that loops, so we are of course going to click apply to loop animations. Alright, so next thing we're going to go to idle and do the exact same thing. And make sure it's all corrected and it's looped. Of course, we are going to name it idle and press apply. And if it doesn't change the name, it's because you have to actually press enter. So if you just go, you can't see it hasn't actually changed, so you have to press the enter key. So actually you have to press enter for it to actually change. And again, we just want this to loop all the way through. Here we go, and apply. Right, so next thing we want to do is to have, come on, and have a plane in the middle. Where do we have plane? There. And we make sure it's center. It is already centered. Beautiful. So let's drag in our two models. Alright, let's just make this 10 by 10 because then we have plenty of space. Then we don't have to think about people running off. And we're just going to create a NPC. Oh, that's not an NPC. This is an NPC. And we're going to create a player. And under this one we are going to add a model and throw the female model in under it, and you can go in here and click reset. And the reset will reset its position to be 0, 0 under the model. So now we can move this one around, and we're gonna do the exact same thing with the player. And add a model. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because oh, let me just get my thoughts together. Let's say that we actually just want the model itself of the character to be smaller, then we can change it here. And mean if we rotate the player itself now, you can see it doesn't change. However, if we go in here and change the model itself and rotate, sometimes you will see something weird happening, but for some reason nothing weird is happening now, of course. Oh well. But at least this way you have more control, at least that is how I feel about it. So let's just add a rigid body, and we are going to make sure it doesn't tilt by freezing its rotations. We're also going to give it a collider, a capsule collider in fact. That's, oh, sorry. I just had to check my notes quickly. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. So now we have the capsule collider, and click on the gizmos if you can't see it, and it should be 1 up and 2 in length, and I think it was 3, oh sorry, 0.3 that I found to be the right one. Again, it's not that important for this one. So again, you can see we could probably lower it a little, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And we're going to add the exact same collider to the female character. So let's see. Oh, copy the value. There we have it. Goodie. So let's set up the scene. So the camera. There we go. So now it's the right size, at least for my screen. It's 4K. So let's set up the camera so at least I have the right position. I think I will have my NPC. You know what, let's just first fix the lighting. So we're gonna go in a rendering, lighting setting, and click generate lighting. Should take only a moment. There we go, that's really bright though. Maybe go down and turn it down a little. There we go, let's set it to 6. There we go. Not that bright anymore. Beautiful. So let's set this position. So now it's on 0, 0. Let's set the camera to be on 0, 0 as well. Let's actually see, what have I set my nodes to be? -2 and 3 and 40. There we go. Let's see, where should we actually place the NPC? If we put it in the corner here, maybe? So let's set that to 2 and 1. Let's set the player to -2 and 1. And let's rotate them around. There we go. How about 125? I like to put it in equal numbers. Then again, this is not that oh no, that was the wrong one. This is not really that important for the setup, but I like to do it anyway. There we go. So now we have those two already ready to go. Alrighty. So now we also need to actually set up all the UI for it, but I think that should be in a separate video. So now we just have the basic scenes, as I think this video is long enough as it already is. So I will end the first video here,